Let's deep dive into the energy vortex. Today, we will not only look at the energies of the week, but also I want to share with you a very personal perspective of the energies happening right now, because I think it's very necessary. And of course, we'll unravel the celestial energies of the week that will guide you towards profound self-discovery and a vibrant life shifts that we can do. Aloha, my beautiful one. If this is your very first time tuning into one of my videos here, hello and welcome. My name is May. I'm an energy coach, cyber witch, and I like to empower empathic entrepreneurs to master the energies around them, and especially within their clients, using Hawaiian philosophy and various energy work techniques. My aim is for you to realize who you are and shine in your innate power. My wonderful soul, I'm so much looking forward to this. All right, and before we get started with everything, as I mentioned, before I get into the energies of the week, I'd like to share something with you because I feel it's necessary at this point. Because I would put it under the title of walk the talk. I want to walk the talk with you. I want to do that. And one of the things that I always say, do whatever feels right. If something doesn't feel right anymore, if something feels stuck, then allow yourself to feel into it. And that's what has been happening for the past 2 weeks. I was going through my own transformation, a lot of things happening, a lot of, viewing of, the world, of my job, of what I do, of everything that I do. And especially, of course, also the card readings that I do here, that are, of course, guided through my spiritual guides that they told me to do this on a weekly basis. But of course, I also reflect on it, like, how much is it still, is it still good? Is it still working? Is it still helping? How is it helping? And one of the things that I noticed was that I don't know why, well, no, not that I don't know why, but I felt like bringing in so much information about the planets and about the portal days. And in the end, my wish is for all of you, as well as, for myself and my friends and everybody tuning into these readings every week, to get a feeling, to learn for ourselves, to embrace everyday's energies, no matter what they bring up for us. All of us have, different things coming up, but the important thing is to be present with ourselves, to be able to look at whatever wants to come up for us, and then, and do that. And these cards are a guidance. They are supposed to be a guidance to help you, because I remember when I began with it, it didn't matter if it was portal days or not. It didn't matter if, Mercury was retrograde again. It didn't matter, all of that. What really helped me, and this is why, I had the inspiration to do these cards, was to know that, once a week I would get someone's, energy, dealing the energy cards and telling me, okay, this is the energy that we're going to have. And they're going to help you, guide you through those waves, those energy waves, and guide you into the energy, like if something would come up and I'm like, oh man, this is triggering me. Why is this triggering me? I can't figure out why this is triggering me so hard, but it is triggering me. And then when I would listen or look at the card reading of the week, then I would go like, oh man, so that's it. All right. So this is why I'm having that, right? So that was the main idea for me, to bring in the cards for you. And I realized that I have gotten way too, I don't want to call it overwhelming, but I made it too difficult in a way that, okay, I had to look at how are the planets, how are the portal days. And in the end, I realized, and maybe that's the learning that I received from Spirit in this way, and maybe it's something for you too. One of my favorite things to do in life is simplify things. And I realized that in this case, I hadn't simplified, actually the opposite. I had made it more difficult. And I want to come back to that. I want to come back to making it easy, making it flowy, making it simple. And how do you do card reading simple? you do it with the two. For me, that's using the two main energies that we have, and that is, how is the moon, and that's it. And how's the week going to be? So for this week, because we're getting started on the 11th, and it's a week that doesn't have a special moon, because today I'm recording and it's March 10th, and we have the new moon today on March. So I'm using the new moon energy today to restart again with the weekly calls, with the weekly energy readings. And we're starting, for this week. I asked the moon to give us some information for this week. So we have a special information of the new moon, a special guidance generally for the week of March of 11th. And then, as always, the personal messages down below. You'll see them in a minute. For those of you watching, if you're tuning in, don't worry, I'll read to you which cards, so that you can, feel into it if it's the right thing for you to do. But there's one more thing that I want to share with you, because me rethinking the cards was not the only thing, that happened in the past 2 weeks. Again, I could blame it on the solar, I think the solar, it's called solar flares in English. The solar flares have been very intense. I could blame it on, I know that, underground, Earth is going crazy. There's pages and websites where you can, look at those things. And if you resonate with them, please, go ahead. Again, like I said, for me, I still resonate with the portal days. It's nice to know that when they are, but for myself, I've also learned that it doesn't matter what's happening there. It just matters for me to look into what's happening with me right now. What is influencing myself? What wants to be healed inside of me? All right. So that's my wish with this. So, and another thing that happened for the past 2 weeks was that I was just, I had no strength. I'm going through one personal transformation that it sort of feels like, this is going to be the masterpiece. And I know it's been something that has been going on for a couple of months now. And I feel like I'm peaking more and more. I'm finding out more. I'm transforming more within my own system. But it has made me extremely tired. And I know I'm not the only one. That's why I know I can blame it on everything else, because I know a lot of coaches and a lot of friends of mine, we've all just been so tired, so extremely tired. But in my case, I want to, I don't want to blame it on those things. I want to, I'm taking responsibility for this. I had to, go through those things for myself, and I just had to put all my strength into what was happening there. That's why I wasn't able to do the cards, because I just didn't have the strength to do them. And again, this is something that shows me I'm doing this, here. I don't want to say it as a hobby, because it's not a hobby. I take it very seriously, again, because it was such a great support for myself when I started to learn about my empathic power. And I want to share that with whoever's out there and might feel the same like I used to, right? For you to know which big project I'm working on, that I'm transforming for myself, is I am going through, I am transforming my old money traumas. I am learning the energy of, the energy of money, the vibration of abundance. Because I've noticed for myself, and with a lot of, with my surrounding, I've noticed that there is this energy of lack, this energy of, not feeling, abundant with whatever we're doing right now. So how do we get over it? How do we transform that? And, this is something this is actually not just a couple months. This is something that I've been working on since 2019. I know 2019 was when I started this journey to, find out for myself, how do I get more into that abundance? And it's been an incredible journey. Of course, it has had moments of, resistance, of pauses, of, almost like the last 2 weeks, where there has been just no energy inside of me to focus other than on that, because and that's the thing that's been happening for the past couple of months, is I'm transforming specifically family patterns. I'm going through the motions based on what's happening, with my family. and based on the things, on the beliefs, on the old beliefs that I had, and I'm in the moment of releasing them, and that is taking up a lot of strength. But I want to do it because I feel that it's necessary for me to understand the energy of abundance. I want to understand it. I want to get rid of it. I want to heal that because, not just, again, like, we don't heal things just for one person. We heal it for the 7 generations that came before us and the ones still coming after us. And I want to heal that because I think it's, we're as humans, we're there. It's time for us to heal those things. And it starts by healing ourselves. And that's one of the reasons why, when this year started and I found this wonderful program from Joanna Hunter, it's really incredible. It's done like, and this is someone talking to you, telling you, like, I've done so much work on myself, and still this program is giving me so much joy, so much help to transform even more things. So if you want to share this program with me, it's Joanna Hunter's 1-year program. It's called the Millionaire Experiment, which I find incredible to get into that abundance energy. And if you want to do that too, you'll find the link below. I'll post it below there. If you want to share it with me, you would be supporting me with my podcast here, with the energy readings on a weekly basis. And you would be supporting yourself because you would learn how to turn that change, come into your strength, change that inside of you. That lack that if you have it, like I used to have it, that lack energy that we have, it's such an incredible thing. And I can tell you, it's a beautiful journey. I'm in love with the journey, even though it's exhausting, even though sometimes it's really straining. But I know that once I walk through this, I know that I'm going to be even more in my power, even more in my strength. And we're energetic beings here on this planet to receive and create and to be and experience so many beautiful things. And the more we allow ourselves to experience, it's just amazing. And why not allow ourselves to do that while feeling abundant? So if you'd like to, again, you'll find the link below. All right, this was a heart-to-heart from myself because I wanted to share with you, because I know I'm not the only one. Like I said, I know a lot of people are going through a lot right now. This year is incredible. And this is one of the last things that I'm going to be saying about the portal days. It's so incredible that we're having, that we just went through 10 days of portal days in February. We're having another batch of 10-day portal days now in March, and we're going to have another one in October and another one in December. And I'm telling you, in all the time that I've done portal days, I've never experienced having 4 batches of 10 portal days back to back. But that's how strong the transformations are happening right now on this planet. So use it for yourself. Don't hide from your emotions. Don't hide from your feelings. Use it for yourself to create even more. And with those words, let's move over to my card deck and I'll show you more over there. All right, my beautiful one. So here, as I already mentioned, for those of you watching, on the top level, we have the cards that we're going to have. The first one on the left, we have the first ones that are the message from the new moon. Here on the right hand is the general cards for March 11th until March 17th. And then on the bottom down here, we have my white marble stone here for you. That's on the left. So if you resonate with this one, these are going to be your personal messages. In the center, I truly can't tell you what kind of stone this is. It was brought to me by my niece. So it's a beautiful red one. In case you know, let me know in the comments if you know what this kind of beautiful stone is. I'm going to call it this beautiful heart stone. It's very small and it was brought to me by my niece. So if you resonate with a red stone, then that's your personal message. And if you resonate with my rose quartz from the Andean Mountains, this is your personal message here. All right. So take a moment. Don't worry. Take a moment for yourself to feel into which of these are your personal message. While you do that, I'm going to be calling in all our spiritual guidance. Let's call them in, our beautiful spiritual guides out there, angels and helpers and doctors, healers, healer energies, ancestral energies, animal energies, totem animal energies of all directions, of all the elements. You're all welcome to join us today for this week's reading here, done on the new moon on March 10th. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping us receive the right messages. Thank you for helping everybody tuning in understand and know which of these three, if it's one, two, or three of the cards, and which of the stones are their personal messages and carry their messages. Give me the right words so that everybody will know whatever they need to know, and give everybody the right hearing to understand what it is that they need for their week. And with all this, help us to give a blessing to everybody tuning in, for listening, for using this tool of the cards, the energies of these cards, to have that as a blessing to support everybody who's tuning in. All right, beautiful. I think it's beautiful how many of the guides are here supporting us. All right, so let's start with the message from the moon, from the new moon. We're going here. Oh, and before I forget, all of these cards that I'm using for my readings are in the link, you'll find the links in the description, including these small ones that are made, that I made with the help of my Hawaiian teacher and that have supported me so much on my path. And you can get those to print yourself on my Etsy store. And of course, of all the others you can have as well. All right, so we have these here, my beautiful ancestral cards is the first one that we're having. And we have High Priestess, harness mystic power. Harness mystic power. You have your mystical energy. You have it, so harness that. Bring that into your mind. Connect yourself with it. You have it, all right? And another one is, instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. Thank you so much, Gabrielle Bernstein, for these cards. These are the affirmation cards from Gabby. And I love this one because it's so beautiful. A beautiful reminder to be in the now. Align yourself with, every time you feel worry coming up, bring yourself into the now. You can do that with, practices of, body practices, like the body scan, if you know of that one, or, breathing, different kinds of breathing techniques, whatever feels right for you to bring yourself into the now. Bring your presence into the now. That is going to help you get out of the worry energy. And that's what the new moon is bringing to us, to help you get out of that, what I was just talking about, the lack mentality. Bring yourself out of that. Bring yourself into the moment. How are you right now? I always feel like getting as many facts as possible of the now can help us, because a lot of the times those worries that we have are not worries that don't exist yet. Because I was just talking about, the whole money thing. If I'm worried about how I'm going to pay something in 2 or 3 months time, it's not in the now, right? And I'm not saying, please, of course, we should always be careful with our spending. Don't spend something for in a couple of months, but ask yourself, what can you do instead of, being in the worry? Bring yourself in the now. What can you do right now to help, so that in a couple of months you might have a little bit more, right? All right, so that's one thing. And the next card that we have is celebrate yourself from the new moon. Celebrate yourself, all that you are, all that you have achieved, and all that you will achieve. And I love when these cards come together like the way they did, because if you start celebrating yourself when we're in the worrying part, right? the more you take into whatever you have right now and celebrate it, right? Celebrate that. Celebrate the abundance you already have. Even though it might feel like it's a little, don't make it little, make it big, right? Make it big for yourself. How big is that, right? For all, I know all of you, that the ones of you that have already gotten into, cryptocurrency or things like that. It's an interesting time right now because it is blowing up, and it is so amazing to see how that grows, right? And it's the same with your job. If you're self-employed and you already had 2 or 3 wonderful, perfect clients, just the way you want them to have, celebrate them. Yes, you might say, yeah, but it was only 2 and it wasn't enough for this month. It's okay, but what about next month? Why don't you make next month even bigger? Why don't you make next month even bigger? And then instead of having only 2 or 3 clients, celebrate instead of saying it's only 2 or 3, say, wow, I'm so glad that I had 2 or 3 clients, right? Celebrate the little things. Maybe someone gifted you something. That's another thing, because we don't celebrate those things. Maybe someone gave you something that, might not feel like a monetary relief because it's not money, but, it's something that you received as a present, and therefore you don't have to pay something else. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that great? Isn't that something really awesome? So the new moon wants to remind us to celebrate, to bring our mystic power in, because our mystic power is right now. It's not in 3 days. It's right now. You have that power inside of you. All right. Okay. Now let's see the general cards for this week. And again, we're getting started with the ancestral cards, and we have the seer. Look at this beautiful, for those of you watching, look at this beautiful card. See beyond the current situation. All right, so what's happening in your life right now, and what can you do to make a step back, to have maybe a broader look at the situation? Look beyond the current situation. Don't just look at that tiny thing happening. Look at what's happening on a bigger spectrum. And how can you support yourself with it? And the second card that we're getting here is the universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. Claim that. Ooh, I like that. There might be things happening, like it is. It's a very turmoil, a time of turmoil. But what if inside of that turmoil you start seeing the big plan that the universe has for you? That's why we have this card here, the seer. See beyond the current situation, and then the universe has big plans for me. It's time to claim them. Hey, maybe if you look at the situation from a different angle, you might see that it's bringing more gifts, right? And oh my God, see how the cards fit together again? And the third card we're receiving for this week is purpose. Remember your purpose. And if you don't know it yet, take the first steps to get to know your purpose. So it's here. It's the universe telling you there is something, there is something purposeful happening, right? So whatever will come up this week, it is helping you get into your purpose. Maybe, about looking at the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture in your case? And what does that bigger picture tell you about your purpose? That's an amazing card. Beautiful. All right, let's dive into the personal messages. So if you resonated with my wonderful marble stone, then this is your personal message. And we're starting again with the ancestral cards here that we have for you, and it's the dream and journey. All right, for you, my beautiful soul, it's about to dream and journey. All right, focus. For me, when this card comes up, it's about visualizing. Visualize where you want to go, what you want to see, what do you want to call into your life. All right, make yourself clear, because the clearer we are, the better the universe can deliver. All right. And another wonderful card for everybody is, I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. I trust that my powerful, and here we go. See, That's why I told you, be clear about what you want, and then trust that your powerful intentions combined with your faith are enough to allow the vision to become your reality. All right. And last but not least, for you, check your resistance. What is holding you back from taking the next steps, the next transformation? What is holding you back? I really, yeah, I know all the cards are my favorites, but resistance is such an important one. We need to make ourselves aware what is holding us back. All right. So here you go. You have your steps, my beautiful soul. Let's see. If you resonated with this beautiful red stone from my niece, then this is your personal message. Ooh, and you got an extra card. Interesting. All right, let's see. For you, from the ancestors, we have the guardian angel. You are not alone. You are not alone, my beautiful soul. You are guided. All right? Remember that. And the second card, ooh, you have double guardians, earth guardians. Stay rooted and grounded. All right? Ground yourself as often as possible. Connect to earth. How can you do that? How can you connect yourself? Do you have enough grounding practices? Please let me know if you do. Go for walks. It's going for walks. It's practicing connecting yourself with Mother Earth to stay grounded. All right. And the affirmation that we have for you is to begin your practice of allowing. I must get out of the way and let spirit give me directions. All right. And again, here the double, because you have the guardian angels, meaning you're not alone. Let them guide you, root yourself. And here you go. Allow the spiritual energy to guide you. All right. Bring that guidance in and listen to what the guidance is telling you where to go. And oh my God, I love it. Last but not least for you is the surrender card. Surrender to your spiritual guidance. Pay attention to the signs of the universe of your spiritual helpers. And yes, I didn't read the cards before. I'm seeing them the moment you see them with me. I don't look at them before. This is amazing. I really, So for you, you have the double, actually the triple of listening to your guides. It's important for you this week to listen to the guidance that you're receiving from your, from your guardians. Could be the angels, could be, your ancestral helpers, whatever is out there guiding you, whatever you believe to be your guidance, that's there and it's supporting you. All right. Now let's take the rose quartz that we have. If you resonated with the rose quartz, then this is your personal message, and we're starting with the shield maiden for you. Make plans and focus. All right, so for you, it's important to make plans and focus on where you want to go. All right. And I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's very beautiful, right? So follow that for yourself. And then last but not least for you is the universe says yes, my wonderful soul. The universe never says no. Pay attention to your overall energy because it is mirrored by the universe. All right. Whatever you send out, whatever energies you use, so you have the plans, focus. Yeah. Follow the guidance that you have. And remember that the universe says yes. So if you're hanging around too much in your worries, in the lack, then that's what the universe is going to be reflecting to you. So if you want to get out of that, focus on where, focus, make plans, show the universe where you want to go. That's going to be and help you in an amazing way. That's a wrap, my beautiful celestial navigators. If today's reading ignited any aha moments, don't keep them to yourself. Let's chat in the comments and connect via email if you'd like. You'll find everything in the description below. And as always, I'd like to finish off with a quote from someone about energies I've chosen every time. And I want to leave you with this wonderful words from Thich Nhat Hanh. I hope I'm saying the name right. Thich Nhat Hanh. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful week and a blessed week. And I'm looking forward to talking to you next week again. So I'm going to leave you with, life is full of energy and richness, hidden in the ordinary things around us. Life is full of energy and richness, hidden in the ordinary things around us.